School cancellations extended. What's next?
Did you already email your teacher?
Yes, I emailed my teacher.
Which teacher?
My science teacher.
For what?
For help keeping his students informed.
No, look at me. Which class is it?
Science.
Which class? What are you studying?
Chemistry.
Look at the camera and say it.
Chemistry.
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'm not sure what your question.
That's what I was asking.
It's my science class, and I'm taking chemistry this year.
What grade are you in?
10th.
Look at the camera.
I'm a sophomore.
Have you been running?
I've been riding my bike.
What are you doing now?
Math.
What are you doing?
Trigonometry.
Trig?
Mm-hmm.
Through which app?
Khan Academy.
And how does that work?
You sign in using your Gmail or Facebook, and then it saves the stuff you do, and then you could do any of the math that it has.
Okay. What is the answer to that question?
I'm talking to you, so I was not paying attention.
Okay,
to
well,
the
do
question.
it. I'm waiting. I want to see if you know the answer. Does it have lessons
Yes.
if you don't know how to solve the problem?
Mm-hmm.
You're a senior?
Yeah,
And what news did you get today?
that school is canceled because of COVID-19.
Well, we knew that, but what else?
Like,
What's the...
It's canceled for the rest of the year.
Have they said anything to you about graduation or prom?
No, nothing. Just like whatever they want.
So do you know
to study.
today's date?
Friday, March 27th.
And it's the second week you guys have been out of school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How are you feeling?
Bugged.
Oh, that's understandable. Have you talked to your economics teacher?
My economics teacher is...
Because
it's an
that's the one- that's
it's
the
an
one-
online class.
So have you been doing that work?
I haven't been able to because all the stuff is locked.
It's locked.
Like, in order to do quizzes and tests, the teacher has to unlock it in person.
So week 1, kind of spring break, getting your feet wet with learning how to do stuff. Week 2, we got call from one of Sarah's teachers and one of the counselors, which was nice, speaking with the counselor.
Yes. The counselor was nice.
What are your plans for after school? Well, you're out of school, so technically, like, you're out of school.
No. Contact my teachers, see how much more of an education they can get between my senior year in college.
Where are you going to go to college?
I was thinking C&M and then probably somewhere out of state. SAT, and I've taken the ACT.
And have you submitted your scores to any
Yes.
colleges?
Yes.
Which college?
I've submitted some to, what's it called? UNM. I've submitted some to Texas. I did another one with Eastern.
Did you submit any to CNM?
No, should I do that?
Well, if you're planning on going there.
Do that.
But you talked to your counselor yesterday.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you cheating?
No.
What does that look for?
Has his calculator over here, his phone over here.
What look?
I don't know. You're making a look. Are you looking at... Okay, you got grounded this week. What happened?
I had something on my phone you didn't want me to have on my phone.
No, specifics.
I had Snapchat on my phone.
And why am I against you having Snapchat?
Because you can't go back and look at what has been sent.
Yeah, for accountability reasons, right? And I don't want to have the illusion or the, what is it? Oh, what's that book that we were reading by Chip Lusko? What's it called, Marcos?
Swipe right.
Swipe right. We're going to finish that. And Sarah, what are we going to do with you?
Hope that the school system gets what they're.
You
Whatever
can't blame
they
it
do
all on the
together.
school system, but they can't blame it all on us either.
Yeah. They can try.
That's how I feel about it because, well, I was thinking I had seen a letter from the superintendent, and I read it, and I liked some of what it said. I can focus this. Where's that letter? There's the message. It says, this is the part I didn't like. It says, right here, it says, I saw it coming, but today's announcement that schools are closed for the rest of the school year is devastating. Nonetheless, students belong in school. That's where they learn best. That's the only part that I was like having some qualms with. It says there will be no statewide testing this spring. Students won't have to make up missed instructional days. Our learning focus will be on critical standards. It could include weekly assignments, projects, and video check-ins, which I don't mind, but I need to get that information from them. And so now it's just a waiting game. And this was since last week, and then now this week it's Friday. Relationships and connections will play a big role in this new era of distance learning, as well as an emphasis on social and emotional wellness. All students will be supported and educated. We are working on getting Chromebooks and internet access first to high school seniors to help them graduate, and then to other students who lack connectivity as available. And Sarah also got a text message today regarding CNM, her dual credit class. It says for all CNM students that she's eligible to receive a free computer, that they'll give her a computer to take home, I guess, if she needs it. But we have computers and we have the phones, so I think we'll be okay, right? Mm-hmm. And then it says we will continue to follow individual education programs, IEPs, for our special education students. And that's interesting because last year, Michael, who graduated, his IEP information didn't transfer over to his college. And I did speak with some people about like some programs that are available through the parent. There's some papers that they give for parents of graduating students. It's like a parent contract privacy policies and rights, the parents' rights handbook or something like that. And there's information. And I contacted a few of those people. Unfortunately, Michael does not want to be. He does want IEP. There's Michael and Mario now. He does want an IEP, right, Michael?
Right.
An IEP for your school. You talked to them about that, right?
Yes, but I haven't got one yet.
And you don't want to go to the disability place.
No, I do not want to go to the disability place.
So, yeah, that's okay. I just insist that they try to get through college before trying to join any military stuff, which...
And you are over here like, Sarah, join the military.
Was I?
Yeah, you've been wanting. You were like, Sarah, why don't you join the military?
Okay, so if we're gonna be talking about that, then let's talk about how how you were giving me a lot of grief last semester. And you had this semester to make up one of the classes that you failed last semester, right?
Yeah.
That being your economics class.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. And I was pointing down. No, but you were doing good in that class before the 14th, right?
Yeah.
And your counselor said so too when we spoke to her yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think you'll be able to, and you've earned your phone back, right?
Yes.
But yeah, having to do with using her phone while in class was not ideal, right? Bad decision.
Yes.
Look at me. Yes?
Yes.
So that's going to be something we're going to have. I mean, we were going to look up the state requirements. We already did look up the state requirements for the benchmarks for APS, APS benchmarks for the Common Core, right? Is what you were talking about, and what those are for high school economics, right? Mm-hmm. And to get an understanding of what those are, and see how we can apply some of that knowledge just through home learning, right?
Yes.
Like at home learning. I had studied microeconomics and that was the extent of my economics courses. It says we will provide materials in Spanish and other languages. We'll provide virtual classroom training for teachers and staff, and I think that's what they're doing. Like today is just doing their training sessions with the teachers. My sister is a teacher over in Santa Fe, and she's told me that that's what they're doing with them. Is they're having the teachers do work via like, what is it, Zoom or something like that. I think it's Zoom is what the college uses, and I heard some people talking about using Zoom as like a group chat. But it says we will provide virtual classroom training for teachers and staff. We will continue to provide both online and print resources. We'll continue to provide school meals and childcare for families. We're working with partners on televising daily lessons for elementary school students with possibility of expanding to other grades. It's tentatively scheduled to begin April 6th. And we are coming up with a plan to help our seniors earn their high school diploma. My heart breaks for these students who will miss out on so many senior traditions. We're committed to making sure these students graduate this school year and are prepared to move on to the next promising chapter in their lives. So that was what we got the news today. And as a parent, I can say that I'm a little frustrated, a little bit overwhelmed by people's comments like, oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, we shouldn't be doing this, or Trump, it's all Trump's fault. I don't see how any one person is responsible other than if they're not going to be staying at home, if they're licking toilet seats. That to me is just stupidity. And I try to raise my kids better than that. And exemplifying how they should behave towards others. If it means that you need to get a mediator to talk with other people, then that's a good idea. And I don't think that that's a bad idea. I don't think it's insane to request a mediator if you have people that you're not able to communicate with. But let's just try to be patient with everybody and speak positivity to our community, because I think that's what we really need right now, is just the hope that things are going to get better. And we'll get through this. Sarah and I are already talking about maybe ordering a dress online making a video of her with a little mask and some pictures and a dress for her prom activity or prom ditching thing. And you know, if people don't like that I'm set in my traditions or my ways of thinking that things should be, that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. And I'm entitled to mine. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Waiting to be your age, huh? You're supposed to say no, Mom.
No, it's completely fine.
Is it? You're raging? You can't wait to get out of the house?
No, it's not that.
Yes, but you don't want to tell me because you'll hurt my feelings?
No.
What?
It's being a senior and being 18 and not being able to drive and not having a job and not doing a lot.
You're looking like were they or not? Were the schools the same or different?
I never went to a German school, so
No, I mean, okay, so where did you go to school?
I went to a school on base. It was a private military school.
A military school.
It was a military school for kids whose parents were in the military or were contracted, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the military.
Mm-hmm. How many, was it big? What was it like?
It was like a 300 population, and that was including 7th grade, I think.
So there was a lot of attention.
No, 6th grade. It was also including 6th grade.
It was a little more than 300, I think.
It was close to 300, though.
Okay. And was it better or worse, or how do you feel?
I think...
A lot more freedom here, right?
Yeah.
A lot more expectations for you to be self-sufficient?
Yeah, I would think, yeah. Yeah.
And that
took me a second
freedom,
to get to that, yes.
what does that freedom do for you? Lack of attention, huh? Sarah can go underneath the...
No.
You need somebody to do that, or to pay you attention?
I love attention on myself.
Yes. And that's okay. What about not all of this might go in there, but what about boys and girls and friends?
People are weird.
Where? Everywhere?
Yeah.
You just say in general?
In general, people are weird. How I am. What you got there, Mom?
Okay, so look at this book. It's a book I studied in college at the community college in Santa Fe, and it's called Literature and the Child. And so some teachers might see this and be like, well, that's kind of not grade level. I was telling my kids that the reason why I feel it's pertinent is because it has to do with government, and it has to do with our laws and how the Bill of Rights that we have to go to school, to be able to allow to have peaceful assembly, how those are important to education. They're important to remember that we have those rights because of the contrast that the potential that exists and it's illustrated in these books. When you have a government that comes in and doesn't allow education and keeps people at home, and it's just a correlation. So we have all three books. There's this one. This one is the other one.
The third one.
Flood City is the third one, and we're on the second one right now. It's week 2, Friday, week 2. But I was looking at this because I wanted to say, here in this book, it talks about the breadwinner on pages 19, 202, and 207. And I wanted to look at that, and since you're studying to be a teacher, beginning with the breadwinner, Deborah Ellis sets 3 books in contemporary Afghanistan. Other authors have given us many news stories of children who are refugees from political oppression, the violence of war, or abject poverty. There are many new books that explore issues that are important in today's society, such as sexual orientation and religion. Pete, so the reason I'm having them, Marcos is getting himself some tea. I have tea. Sarah brought me some tea. The reason why I have Sarah reading this college book is, I mean, it could be like a dual credit course if one were to think about it that way, because it's an older book, an older rendition. But the reason is because she will be able to look at that book as a reference guide, and the book has a book list on each chapter for, say you're doing a lesson in school and you want to know what books would be pertinent to the lesson that you're teaching. This reference guide has different little short snippets of the books, and it explains like what the book is about and whether it's age appropriate and how to incorporate. It doesn't really say how to incorporate it into lessons. It kind of does. Are you at the part you're supposed to be reading now? Okay. This is an example. Go ahead, Sarah.
War and the Consequences of War have sparked several novels for middle and high school readers.
School, yeah. Resilience, I guess you could say.
What did they teach you about it? What did they say?
About the word, or
Have you heard that word before?
yeah,
Where?
in school I've learned it.
And what does it mean to you?
To power through something, I guess you could say.
And what are you going to be having to do during this time?
Power through it.
Okay.
Arthur Dior's Under the Sun follows.
So go ahead and finish reading this chapter. And it did say, when I looked at it, it did say, it said in this book here that Sarah's reading, it said junior high and high school. So, it's what we have, right? We could read some other, like some of these books to them.
Too bad we can't.
I'm not going to teach a whole course.
Could we go to the library?
I think they have online parts to it, like that. What is that one that I have on my app? So Libby is an app that you can get with your library. With your library, you can get this app,
It's easier if you use the button.
and you can check out books. They have different books that you can check out. This one is pretty good. I was reading that one, American Wolf. But right now I'm supposed to be reading this book with
For your book club?
for a book club, but keeps putting me to sleep, and I've been busy trying to get these ones
Work.
to do some reading and some work and some critical thinking. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Marcos, do some reading. Out loud.
I don't know where you left off.
Well, then start at the top. Right there, where Pravana stayed.
But you've already read that part.
Go ahead.
Pravana stayed in the village for another week. She piled rocks on her family's grave and tried to become brave enough to leave. The girls in the family helped her feel better.
14 times 7 is 98. Parvana recited the multiplication tables to herself as she walked over the barren hills. Her father had gotten her into the habit. The world is our classroom, he always said, before giving Parvana a science or geography lesson.
Look at me. What did he say to her?
The world is our classroom?
Okay, don't forget. Keep going. So this is a message I just got for our school. which thank God they're doing something about it. But it's basically saying that they're going to be training some of the teachers on the starting in April, from the 6th to the 10th of April. Next week, which is the 30th. Yeah, see, I think they were supposed to put 4 instead of 3 right here. But that's neither here nor there. It's, so the 30th through the 3rd is spring break, which is next week. And then this one is supposed to be the 6th through the 10th is teacher planning. So let's see, January, February, March, April, yeah. Teacher planning, and then the teachers implement online classes the week of the 3 through 13. So that's when I think they're going to start implementing the online class portion of this next 6 weeks, I guess. The fifth thing that they want to say is the 6-week grades moving forward and grading details, including graduating seniors, are still being decided. So they're going to have more details, and if you have a parent view, you can log on to Google Classroom to get more information. We have looked at student view, and there's nothing really coming out for information yet.
Something with that.
It doesn't have a lot of information yet, but you guys will be logging on to that every now and then, right? Just to keep updated. All right. Do you guys know what this is called?
The video?
It's called She Became My Son. So what is it, Mario? What is it doing?
It's just moving.
It's from your phone?
It's connected via Wi-Fi from my phone.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to be looking. Look at my dirty floor. But it has a camera on it.
Yeah.
The camera's not on yet, though.
Okay, but
Oh, I
the
thought
camera could essentially pick up all my dirty crumbs on my floor, huh?
If I wanted it to.
And where would it be posting to?
Nowhere.
It would just be recording.
It wouldn't be
Aramis.
recording. It would just be a transmission to my phone.
Oh.
Hey, Aramis.
Hey, get it, Mario, get
Good
it.
boy. Good boy.
Oh, no.
So what was this for? It was for one of your classes?
My robotics class.
A robotics class? They let you take it home?
Yes, I'm not done with it, though.
And Marcos, what did you do today?
I went on a bike ride
And?
and sat outside
And?
and learned math.
On which platform did you use to learn your math?
I used the Khan Academy.
Khan Academy?
Yes.
You picking up all that grated cheese from the counter there?
Sarah's not helping yet. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, Sarah, you need to put those dishes away.
doesn't like
Sarah, first, tell me what it was that you were doing today.
Me?
Yeah.
I did math homework, and then I...
Using what?
IXL.com.
So Marcos was using Khan Academy and Sarah was using IXL.com. And what did you read today? Or what did we read today? Because
read,
or this week, because this week you guys have been reading
We've been reading The Breadwinner.
The Breadwinner, and we have the series to this, so we're gonna go over all 3, and then we'll watch it on Netflix and watch another documentary that I don't recall if it's on Netflix, YouTube, or Amazon. But there's another one about the girls who have to pretend like they're boys in Afghanistan. And it's pretty, how do you think that it's pertinent and relevant as far as like what's going on today? Or do you not see any correlations?
Well, I mean, you could connect that, like, some of the people over there aren't allowed to exit their house.
Which
without-
people?
The women.
Uh-huh.
The women aren't allowed outside of their house without permission or without their husbands or another man of the family.
Because of the governing authorities, which
Yeah.
are the...
Taliban.
Uh-huh, okay.
And then we recently just got a notification.
Just like maybe, what, 2 minutes ago?
5 minutes ago.
Do you want to show it to me, the notification you got?
I do. I can read it out loud.
Okay, what is, well, come and show me the screen on the screen. Thank you, Mario, for showing us that.
That's my drawing.
Make it follow lines. I can make it do distance sensors.
COVID-19, New Mexico instructed stay home except for emergency essential outings. Stay home, save lives. All non-essential business must cease in-person operations. List of essential businesses and more COVID-19 info at newmexico.gov
I got that message too.
and
That's
at
home now.
cv.
Dad is essential. His is part
Dad-
of the UPS stuff. Anyhow, I might delete that part. But anyway, as far as the instructions, I think they use the Amber Alert because all 4 of us, I think Michael got it too. He hasn't said anything, but all of us got notifications, right, Sarah?
Yep.
So that's week 2.
Yeah, this is Wednesday of week 2.
Yeah, so you guys have been on quarantine order
Quarantine.
or what? Self-isolation?
Self-isolation, yeah.
Or what is it? Mandated? Show us-
APS instructed
Show us
no
which one it.
school.
No, it's not through APS. It's through the government. Show us which one you're using. That's enough. You're wasting it. What is that?
Sanitizing spray?
No, bring it over here. I want to take a quick. What is it?
We've been festering.
No, we haven't. We've been doing stuff outside too.
Yeah.
I want to say self-quarantine. It's not self-quarantine. It's called.
Self-isolation.
No, it's not isolation. It's
Stay home, don't get sick.
Stop putting words in my mouth. It's called
Self-isolation.
No,
It said self-isolation.
social distancing. That's the word I was looking for. Social distancing.
Which is the same as self-isolation.
Well, they put it down to like 5. No groups of 5 or more can be gathered in one place.
Oh, sorry, Dad, you gotta stay at work.
So there's 5 of us here.
And then Dad's at work.
Yeah, so
which
he'll be
makes
home
six.
he'll be home
Sense.
later.
Mario's always upstairs, so he doesn't
Yeah,
count.
so I guess Mario could always not be counted because.
No, I think they mean outings. So as soon as you guys are done doing this, you guys are instructed to do what?
brownies.
Make
We're
some
making
brownies.
Sarah's
Do you want
instructed.
us? Do you have
And
a?
I'm gonna do dishes. You guys need to put away those dishes that are clean. So that way I can start on that chicken.
Do you want us to? Do you have a mix, a brownie mix, or do you want us to make it from scratch?
Scratch.
Okay.
Look, there's the chocolate stuff right there.
Got it.
Don't start taking things out first. You need to clean up. Yes.
What do you want me to do with this?
Have a great day. I don't know why I do that. No, it seems like that's overrated, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay, well, then I'll just cut it out.
Just a smile and a cut.
Cut like that, or just.
Sure.
Oh well.
Sure.
Bye. Bye for now.
Bye.